Hey everyone, welcome back. We're diving into something that's really got people talking.
Yeah, it's
Elon Musk Dogecoin, and a new initiative with the potential to really shake things up.
yeah. It all started with a bit of a spectacle, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah.
It was right after that Trump rally in New York,
Yeah.
which, interestingly enough, Dogecoin's ticker was on full display
Oh
there.
yeah.
And then
Graham.
Musk drops this announcement.
He announces this new initiative called D.O.G.E, and everyone, I think, immediately assumed
Of course.
it's about Dogecoin, the cryptocurrency, but
But here's the twist.
huge twist.
DOGE actually stands for Department of Government Efficiency.
Okay.
And the goal is to streamline government operations to save taxpayers $2 trillion.
$2 trillion. That's a number I can't even fathom.
I know. Hate that.
But I can see why people made the connection to Dogecoin immediately.
Oh, absolutely. A brilliant move just in terms of branding and, marketing.
Yeah.
Musk understood that by using that DOGE acronym, he was immediately going to tap into the massive interest that's out there about cryptocurrency.
And Dogecoin's price surged almost immediately after the announcement, 7% jump in just 24 hours.
Wow.
Reaching 0.145 cents on October 28th.
That really highlights the power that individuals can have,
Yeah.
in the crypto space, especially with these assets that are so volatile like Dogecoin.
Yeah.
I mean, a single tweet or announcement and suddenly the entire market is like,
Goes crazy.
yeah.
This isn't even the first time we've seen this happen with Dogecoin after a Musk move. Remember back on October 15th?
Exactly. And this time it wasn't even directly mentioning the cryptocurrency.
Right.
Just associating with the acronym. That was enough to trigger, people just buying like crazy.
It makes you wonder, what does this say about branding perception in the world of finance, particularly with cryptocurrency?
Yeah, it's a whole new world, right?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like this blend of, traditional finance and this new digital world. And then you throw in, the psychology, the memes.
It's fascinating.
It really is.
So we've got Dogecoin riding the wave of a government efficiency initiative because of a clever acronym.
It's wild.
It really is. What does it all mean?
Yeah. What does it all mean for the average person?
Stay with us. We're going to unpack all of this, the DOGE initiative, both for the crypto market and for the future of government itself.
It's fascinating because this isn't just about, the price of Dogecoin going up and down.
Right.
This raises some big questions about, where is government going?
Yeah.
And the role technology is going to play.
Let's dive into that. You mentioned earlier the DOGE initiative aims to save taxpayers $2 trillion.
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
So the details are still a little bit fuzzy.
Okay.
But the general idea is to use technology like AI automation, maybe even blockchain,
Okay.
to streamline government operations. Think about all the paperwork, the
Yeah.
bureaucracy,
Yeah.
the inefficiencies.
But a red tape pick, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So the idea is use technology to eliminate all that waste and redundancy.
So it's not just about cutting costs, it's about making government better for everyone.
Exactly.
More efficient.
Imagine renewing your driver's license online in minutes or filing your taxes with a few clicks.
That would be amazing.
That's the kind of transformation they're hinting at.
Okay, but let's be realistic for a second.
Sure.
Government bureaucracy is so resistant to change.
Yeah.
Do you really think this DOGE initiative can overcome that?
It's a valid point.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely going to be a challenge.
Yeah.
But what's different this time, I think, is you've got Musk
Yeah.
with his vision
He's a visionary for sure.
and his history of disrupting industries, like he's done it again and again.
Yeah.
Plus, technology's advancing so rapidly.
Right.
We're at a point where these solutions aren't just possible, they're becoming practical.
This reminds me of something I read recently about how Estonia has already done a lot of this.
Oh, yeah.
They've basically digitized everything. Voting, healthcare.
They're like the gold standard for digital government,
Right.
and it shows that it can be done.
So even if DOGE doesn't save $2 trillion,
Right.
it could still push governments to modernize.
Absolutely.
Right.
Even if it just starts a conversation, gets people thinking about the possibilities,
Mhm.
that's huge.
And for our listeners, think about the ripple effects here.
Yeah.
Governments become more efficient,
Mm-hmm.
lower taxes, better services, maybe even a boost to the economy.
Potentially. And it's not just about the economics.
Okay.
There's also the potential for more transparency, more accountability.
Okay.
Like with blockchain, you could track government spending in real time.
Right.
Makes it much harder for corruption to thrive.
So maybe the Dogecoin connection was just marketing,
Yeah.
but this DOGE idea could be revolutionary.
It's a reminder that sometimes the craziest ideas lead to the biggest changes.
Yeah.
And this is just the beginning of the conversation.
We've talked about the good stuff. Well, what about the downsides?
Yeah.
Are there any risks or concerns with this much tech in government?
That's a great question, and one we need to talk about: data privacy security.
Huge.
Especially when you're dealing with sensitive personal information,
Absolutely.
protecting that from breaches and misuse is crucial.
Yeah. And what about accessibility?
Yeah.
Not everyone has the same access to technology.
Uh-huh.
We need to make sure this doesn't create a digital divide.
You're absolutely right. These are complex issues.
Yeah.
They need careful thought and planning. But it's important to remember technology is a tool.
Yeah.
It's how we use it, the safeguards we put in place that matter.
So it's not about just blindly embracing technology. It's about using it the right way
Exactly.
to create a better future.
And that brings us back to people like Elon Musk.
Right.
Whether you love him or hate him, there's no denying he's pushing the boundaries.
He's a disruptor.
He's forcing us to ask these tough questions.
It's like he threw a pebble into a pond, and now we're watching the ripples spread.
And who knows what kind of waves those ripples will create.
This is giving us so much to think about.
It really has.
We started with Dogecoin, and now we're talking about transforming government.
Yeah.
All because of this one acronym, DOGE.
Wild, right?
What started as a marketing ploy could change everything.
It's a reminder that the lines between tech finance, even memes, they're blurring.
Yeah.
And as those lines blur, there's potential for both good and bad.
But the most important thing is that we all have a role to play in shaping this future.
Absolutely.
We need to talk about these issues, examine the impact of technology,
Yeah.
and make sure it's used to benefit everyone.
Ah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, into cryptocurrency government,
Yeah.
Elon Musk's crazy world,
It's wild.
here's something I want you to think about.
All right.
If just an acronym
Right.
can spark all this conversation and, affect the markets,
Yeah.
what does that tell us about branding and perception and, the future of finance?
That's a really interesting question,
Right.
It seems like,
It's almost like a new language.
yeah, it's like the narrative, the story behind something.
Right.
Whether it's a company or an asset or even just an idea,
Yeah.
it can be just as important as like the actual nuts and bolts of it,
Totally. And especially with crypto.
especially with crypto.
It moves so fast.
It's like we're seeing a new language emerge where memes and symbols are just as important as like traditional financial stuff.
And Musk gets it.
He knows how to use it.
He knows how to play the game.
Yeah, whether you see him as a visionary or a showman,
Yeah.
he's changing how we think about things.
Tech finance, even the role of government.
Yeah.
This whole DOGE thing really shows that we're in this super connected world.
Yeah.
One tweet, one announcement, and
Yeah.
suddenly
Everything changes.
it affects everything.
Yeah, markets, public opinion. It can even spark real-world action.
Crazy. And as we use more technology and become even more connected,
It's only going to get more intense.
right. So the question is, how do we handle this?
Yeah. How do we make sure this interconnectedness is a good thing?
Right. Not just for a few people, but for everyone.
Exactly.
These are questions we all need to be thinking about as
Absolutely.
individuals, as a society.
This isn't the end of the story.
Oh, no, this is just the beginning.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get those $2 trillion in savings.
You never know with Elon.
He always surprises us.
One thing's for sure, the future of finance, tech, and even government is going to be shaped by these big ideas, these disruptive innovations.
And yeah, maybe even a few memes along the way.
That's right. Well, there you have it, the latest Elon Musk saga.
It's a wild one.
Meme coins, government shakeups.
Lots to think about.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Keep those questions coming and stay curious.